everybody, how you doing? Welcome to Gaming Solo. My name is Robbie Solo Gamer Friend. This is a Gaming Solo playthrough of Final Girl, the Ratchet Lady at Wolfe Asylum. This is game 12 of the 13 games to Halloween series. If you haven't had the opportunity, go to the link below, click on the setup, set the game right up along with me, then come back and play through with me, and let me know how much better you did than I during the playthrough. But without any further delay, let's get into the game. This game is slightly different than the other ones because this one you have minions, which are called maniacs. Maniacs move into spaces and they can kill victims, so gotta watch out for them. Gotta take them out as soon as possible. If you kill a maniac, or if a victim turns into a maniac and you kill that victim, which was a maniac now, then you do not take any bloodlust damage, which is a good thing for that. If you are in the same space with a maniac and you leave that space, you're good. But if there's 2 or more maniacs, you take damage based on the number of maniacs in that space -1. So if you're in a space with 3 maniacs and you leave that space, you will take 2 points of damage. So try to avoid them, or at least save your weak attacks to fight them. But let's get into the playthrough. First thing you want to do is flip over the event card. The event card is titled, Welcome to the Madhouse. Place a skull token in the common room. When you or an enemy enters that space, you are dealt 1 damage. So we're going to take that and place it right here. And we'll put the skull token in the common room. And anytime either me, a maniac, or the Ratchet Lady enter that space, then we will take a point of damage. So that can work to my advantage because, of course, the killers and the minions will move to the closest victim, or Final Girl take the shortest route. So hopefully I can work that to my advantage. I plan on getting here as soon as possible because I have 2 victims right here at the exit. So I might as well get them there, get them out, get some points real quick, or some time I should say, and continue from there. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and do a walk. So I'm going to roll, go ahead and get my die, get 2 die to roll with. And let's see how good it does for me. 1 success, 1 possible success. I need to move 2 spaces. I need to do a 2 and a 1. So I think I'm going to move 1 space. And then save that possibility of burning cards for the next one if I have to. So I will take the 1 walk action. I will lose 1 time. Oops, I was down on move down, I guess. So I'm down to 5 on time, and then I'm going to play another walk action. Hope for the best roll here. Ooh, possible success and a complete failure. So I think I'm going to burn maniacs over here along with the girl. So there's a good chance I'm going to start losing victims right away, but it is what it is. So I'll burn my weak attack and my short rest. Spend 1 more time. I get to move 1 more space. I'm in a utility closet, so maybe get a search card next round. And I'm going to call it quits right there. I have 2 focus cards left. So yeah, I'm going to call it an end to that action phase. By the way, there are 5 phases in the game. You have action phase, which is you playing your cards. Planning phase, which is you spending time getting your cards back. Killer phase, which is of course everything killer does. Panic phase, if there's any panic happening. And of course the upkeep phase, which you're taking care of your area and getting everything right. So right now I just finished the action phase. If you want more details, you can see my very first playthrough of Final Girl Camp Happy Trails when I take on Hans. I'll go into deeper detail, but for the most part, if you've seen a couple of these, you know how the game works. So now we're going to planning phase. I have 4 time to spend. I want to spend 2 on a search. I have my calm card. Don't need that right now. And I'll spend 2 on a sprint because I do need to move. So that spends all my time. I put my 0 cost cards back in the tableau. I'll just set them off to the side right there. And I have 4 cards starting next round. Reset my time back to 6. That ends planning phase. So now we go to the killer phase. There's 2 parts to the killer phase for this playthrough right here for Wolfe Asylum. You have the maniacs phase and then the killer phase. So the maniacs, they always have 1 movement and 1 attack point. So they can move 1 space and they move it towards the Final Girl. So they're not going to attack, they're just going to move. So both my maniacs will move 1 space closer to the Final Girl, which will put them in this hallway here. And I'll stop it like that. And then the Ratchet Lady, she does not do a movement, but she will attack the victim or the Final Girl that's in the same space as her. So she's still right there, so we're good there. Nobody's in the space. That ends the first part of the killer phase. Now we draw a terror card for the second half of killer phase. And the terror card is titled March of the Maniacs. Oh, you see there's a lot going on in this card. I am definitely screwed, I think. Spawn a maniac in each empty exit space. Oh my goodness. So I'll spawn a maniac right here. So we reach into our maniac. So you have a total of 6 maniacs. That is the cap. If you have to spawn more than a 6 maniac, then you just don't spawn a maniac at all. But that's my third maniac on the board. Make sure I don't have any more exit spaces. There's one right there. And one right here. So I need to work on getting rid of those maniacs, because now it just got real. The closest victim to you becomes a maniac. Are you kidding me? The closest victim to me becomes a maniac? Well, then here's another maniac. Great, I lost that victim. You do not take bloodlust when they become maniac, bloodlust damage. So that's 6 maniacs on the board. Can't spawn anymore. I'm gonna hit my cap. The closest victim to the Ratchet Lady becomes a maniac. I already got 6 at 2, 4, 6, yep. For each maniac you are unable to place due to running out of meeples, take a bloodlust. Are you kidding me? Oh man, just when I thought I got over. Now the Ratchet Lady is going to cause 1 damage, but she gets to move 3 spaces per boot symbol. And of course, panic all maniacs. Alright, let's go for it. Alright, let's go ahead and pawn all these maniacs. Of course, panic, not pawn. I wish I could get rid of them like that. Alright, we'll go ahead and start. I'll start here working my way counterclockwise, starting at the top maniac there. That maniac goes towards number 2, which goes into this room here. These 2 maniacs, I'll do the top of the 2. That one goes towards number 3. Might have to move some things around. Which is the number 3 is underneath the pill token, yep. So this one will go here in this hallway. Now the next maniac in that room go towards number 1, which goes into the common room. So maniac enters the common room, it takes a damage, it is killed. So got lucky there. Now I'll do this maniac down here. It goes towards number 2, moves into this room. Now these 2 up there, I'll do the closest one to the killer. To my final girl. Goes towards number 2, which is here. Well, it's 1 through 6, so either one I roll, they both go here. So I went from possibly saving 2 victims to maybe saving 1 right now. But now I'm in a situation where I could fight the maniacs, so I don't have anything to fight them with, so I'm kind of screwed. If I do a search action, I'm in the utility closet, which will give me the scalpel. So when I use the scalpel, I get to add an additional hit point for every double star I roll, for every 2 stars I roll. But if I don't roll any stars, I end up hurting myself somehow and I lose health. I don't know how I can hurt myself with a scalpel. If you're swinging it, it's not like you're going to swing it all the way across and come back and cut yourself with it. But it is what it is. So scalpel could cause extra damage to the enemy, but it also cause damage to me. We'll see. I do have a surge. I can get it, then use it. Oh man, roll for use. We'll see. It's still not my turn. Terror phase complete. Now we begin panic phase. No one's been killed yet with the exception of that 1 maniac because of that lucky roll there. So that ends that. Now we go to upkeep phase. There is nothing to upkeep, so that ends round 1. Let's go into round 2. If you're enjoying the content being produced by Gaming Solo, then please think about liking and subscribing to the channel. If I'm making mistakes or if you guys have any ideas how I can make this channel better, then please let me know in the comments below. If you don't want your comments on the public domain, then you can email me at gamingsolo1of1@gmail.com. And once I'm finished that email, I promise I will delete it so that way it doesn't get to the public domain through my system. And I also promise to thank you for your email. But other than that, once again, thank you for joining me at Gaming Solo. Let's get back to the playthrough. Okay, last round went really great. I made some great decisions. Got rid of my weak attack card because I wasn't going to be around any minions. They were all over here. And now surrounded by minions. I didn't take a card to help like retaliate or distract or calming cards only worth 2 times. Could have got that and calmed one of those minions so I can leave. So I'm kind of stuck with them because I can't run, because if I run right now I lose a health. I really don't want to lose a health. And I'm hoping the terror card that I flip over next does not cause a minion to attack me because I'm taking lots of damage. So let me do a search action. I'm going to see if I can get that scalpel. The scalpel literally is a double-edged weapon on you. Because you can use it, it'll cause damage to the enemy, additional damage, but it can cause damage to you too if you have a bad roll. So I'm hoping to get double stars on the search, a double success, so I can see what's underneath the scalpel, maybe something better. So let's see what we got here. So I'm sitting in the corner, the maniac's staring at me, I'm staring at them. They don't look like they're going to attack, they just kind of sit there bobbling back and forth waiting for the Ratchet Lady to telling them what to do, I guess. So come on, double stars. I really need it right now. Oh, great. A failure and a possible success. So I'm going to go ahead and just burn my 2 focus cards. Feel sad about that process. Go ahead and lose a time. Grab the scalpel. Really didn't want it, but I do need a weapon. Go ahead and put that in my hand. And let's go ahead and stop my turn right there. Save my sprint card for next round. And let's go ahead and spend some time. Alright, so I'm going to spend, I have 5 time to spend. I am going to get a calm card for 2. I'm going to get all my 0 cost cards back. I think I will get a guard card for 2. Oh man, do I want a guard card? I'm in space with 2 minions that each can attack for 1 health attack each. This will at least reduce it by 1, so I'll be going against 2. Oh, decisions. Oh, I'll get it. So guard card for 2. Wait. Did I spend all my thing? Say 2, spend 4, down to 1. Yep. I have 1 point left, so go ahead and get a close call. Bring that down to 0. Reset my time back to 6. So I'm good there. And we'll take these cards and put it back in the tab below my search, my focus, and my other focus, all 0 cost. And that will end planning phase. Now we go to killer phase. So the minions all move 1 space towards me. I already got 2 in the same space with me. So this will move into the hallway. This one will take, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 either way, so I'll just go this way. This is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh man, it's a tie. So I can do it the most difficult way, which is called the infinite evil way, which means I make a decision that makes it most difficult for me. Or I can play abject realism way, which means the process that is most thematically correct, I guess you should say, or thematic outcome. Or I can do the never-ending hilarity way, which is the result that has the funniest outcome. So I think I'm going to go thematic. Oh man. So this minion wants to come towards me. I know. I'm gonna do the most thematic way, because he's gonna take the shortcut. So why would you go long and down the corner when you just cut across, right? He doesn't know what's gonna happen here. He's a maniac, so he runs in here because he's thinking, I'm gonna take the shortest path, shortest distance, shoot across the hallway. It's actually 1, 2, 3. That's 3 also. But come on, think about it. In real life, if you're moving, you're gonna cut across, save some time, right? He runs into this room. I'm gonna move towards the closest route. Boom, and all of a sudden he gets killed because the skull's in there. That benefits me. Alright, so hopefully that worked out, and let's see what happened. So I'm sticking with that process, and I'm going to stick to my guns on that one. Let me know in the comments below what you think I should have done and how I should have played it. Me, I want to win, so I'm going to play it the way it's going to help me win. But now I chose what I consider the most thematic way of doing it, so I'm going to stick with that way the rest of the game, and hopefully it works to my advantage. Alright, so that ends that play right there. Let's see. He moved in from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's all the same. I did move him, right? Yeah, I think I moved him. Oh, I forgot if I moved him or not. Oh, well, if I didn't move him, I'll fix it next round, because I do my editing between rounds, just in case you didn't know. Alright, so that is menu phase. Killer phase, she does not move at all. She's going to swing that blade. She can't see who's in there. She swings the blade around, doesn't hit anybody because no one's in her space with her. I wish she could take out her own minions with it. So that ends the killer phase. So flip over the terror card. Now we're going to do the terror phase of the killer phase. And it's called Extreme Paranoia. Check that out. Nothing but problems for me today. All victims in spaces adjacent to the killer panic. Alright, so adjacent, I'm going to panic them. I'll panic this young victim right there. They're going to move towards 3. So 3 puts him in this hallway here. This victim's going to panic. They can only panic. Well, I don't know. I might run into the space. Oh, they don't move in 3. Oh my goodness. They panic in. You panic into the killer space. Why would you panic into the killer space? Well, I guess that's why they call it panic. Victim, you're kind of screwed. You're next round. You're done. You take 1 damage for each victim that panicked into your space. Alright, no one panicked my space. Alright. If no victims panic into your space, you lose 2 horror. Whew. I got lucky there. I got lucky. Oh wait, did I get lucky? If no victims panicked into your space. Are you kidding me? No one panicked into my space. That means I lose 2 horror. Ain't that... Oh my goodness. If no victims panic into your space, increase horror by 2. Oh, this is going to be worse than yesterday's playthrough, guys. Alright. It is what it is. Alright, so... No one said this game was going to be easy. Alright, so they panicked in my space, yada yada, blah blah blah. Alright, so let's, that ends the killer phase. Do panic phase. No one died, so therefore no one else panics. And then we go to upkeep phase. Nothing upkeep. My scalpel's going to stay in my hand. Ooh, and that ends round 2. Going to round 3. Alright, let's begin round 3. Made a mistake last round. When I moved this meeple, he was here. So if I actually counted correctly, he would have been 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces away, not 5 like these were. So actually, he would actually be here with this pill. That's fixed. And now let's go ahead and begin round 3. I'm down to 1 terror die. So I don't have any focus. so I'm going to play roll a calm. Well, no, I'm not going to roll calm. Only because if I roll a calm, I only get 1 star, which is the best I can get. The bloodlust goes up. So I'm stuck. Keep the guard, keep the walk, keep the walk. I'm going to play weak attack. And hopefully I can take out this one of these maniacs so I can start moving around again. So I'm going to go there, weak attack. I need 1 star. I'm going to lose the health no matter what. That's 1 star. Don't have to burn no cards for it. And yes, got a 5 with the star. So this maniac is killed. And like I said, bloodlust does not increase when maniacs die. So that's good. Now I'm going to use my walk. I'm going to move into that space with the 1 victim still sitting there. And I do lose a health. I should have taken that out already, so I'll set that to the side. So I'm going to do a walk. Complete failure. Are you kidding me? Complete failure, huh? Well, I'll play my close call and re-roll that die. At least give me a possible success. Alright, possible success. I'll settle for that. I'll burn my short rest, and I guess I'll burn my calm. I really can't use it without losing any more health. So I'll burn my short rest and calm. And so I'm going to walk 1 space and lose 1 time. And so I'll go here, lose 1 time, and go ahead and push that victim out the door. Get out of the building, run. And I'm going to place it, so I get a lot of time now, build my cards back up. I think I'm going to do, I'm going to place it on the gain 3 time. So from 5 back to 8, or up to 8 actually. I'm still adjacent space away from the minion. I have a walk, a sprint, and a guard. What can I do? I can, if I do a sprint and I'm successful, I can only roll 1 die. I still lose. I can move 2 spaces, still lose 1 time. Or I can have utter, you know, I'm going to stay where I'm at. I'm just going to have to suck it up and stay where I'm at. I have 3 cards. I have 8 time. So I'm going to end the action phase, go into the planning phase. So I have 8 time to spend. So let's see here. I can get a calm, but I'm not. I get my 2 focus cards back, along with the, I don't know why I left the search in there. So I got 2 focus cards. I'm going to do I'm going to spend 2 for a search. So I'm going to pass back through there. I'm going to go ahead and grab a distract for 3. Brings me down to 3 time. If I get 2 distracts, I can probably reduce even more. A lot of time lost. You know, I want to spend 3 more time and grab the other distracts. I need to get my horror reduced. So between the focuses and the distracts, I might get lucky there. So that ends planning phase. Punch it back up to 6. All minions move 1 space closer to me. So this minion will move into my space. This minion will move here. I said I'm playing thematic, so don't fault me at this point. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces, or 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to run through. Oh, dead. Thank you very much. Thank you, Skull. I just need to avoid you. So there's one minion left on the board. Two minions left on the board, actually. So they've all moved one space closer to me. Or maniacs, not minions. I'm going to put... Oh, let me put these cards back. Let's see. Walk. Calm. Short rest. Close call. And weak attack. And that will end Maniac's phase. Killer phase doesn't do... Oh, yeah, she does do something. She strikes out and knocks this fool out. So, of course, Bloodlust increases by 1. That's what you get for panicking into the space. So, that ends that part. Flip over Terror card now. And we're 2 away from her Dark Power. Blood Transfusion. That doesn't even sound good. I haven't even started reading yet. It doesn't sound good. Roll a die and place it on the bottom of this card. If all dice are on the card, resolve as if you had rolled a 4. 1 through 3, resolve again. 4 and 5, Ratchet Lady recovers 1 health equal to the number of dice on this card. 6, Ratchet Lady suffers damage. You recover health equal to the number of dice on this card. Okay, so I'm going to place a card right here. I don't really place this play. I'm going to place it right here because it comes into play. So I have to roll a die. If I roll 1 through 3, I put the die on the card and I have to roll again. Another die. If I roll a 5 or 6, Ratchet Lady recovers health equal to the number of dice on the card. And it looks like I lose health. If I roll a 6, Ratchet Lady suffers damage and I recover health equal to the number of dice on the card. So let me get a lot of 3s in 1 6. I don't know. Let's see here. This doesn't sound good. I'm gonna keep resolving this card. So I rolled a 5. Alright, so I rolled a 5. Ratchet Lady recovers health. So she goes beyond 6. So now she's at 7. And it looks like I lose a health. And she recovered health equal to the number of dice on the card. There's only 1 dice, so that is... I don't like that card. I'm not liking that card right now. So that's resolved. Oh, man. Okay, so that's done. Now we go to panic phase. Anybody sharing a space with a maniac, even though the Ratchet Lady killed somebody, will panic. But the only people sharing space is me. I don't panic, so we're good to go there. I'm going to kill that maniac next round if I can. We'll go to upkeep phase. I have my scalpel. I might use it. I don't know. I can't use it. It's not going to help me none. That ends round 3. Let's get into round 4. Alright, let's begin round 4. Want to definitely reduce my horror level, so I'm going to burn a focus card, hopefully for 1 success, because regardless I will lose time. 1 success, so I gain 2 time, which is perfect, and I gain reduce horror by 1, so I gain 1 more die. I'm going to use distraction next, only because I reduce horror 2 if I get 2 successes. 1 success, 1 failure, that'll work. So 1 success gives me 1 time and reduces my horror again. I'm going to roll another distraction card. Hope I get 2 this time. 1 success, 1 possible success. I would have to burn a search card, a walk, a guard, a sprint. Bring it to 3. I'll leave it there. I'm not going to burn anything. So I'll gain another time and I reduce the horror down to 4. And I'm going to leave that part right there. If I roll focus though, I don't know. I can leave the area because there's only 1 minion on me. Then I can do another search and hopefully have a better item than a scalpel. So let me do a walk. I'll play a walk. If this is successful, then I'll do a search and end my turn right there. So, alright, 2 successes. So for a 2 successful walk, I burn 1 time. And I can move up to 2 spaces. Oh, but I want to do a search. If I get those guys out of isolation, I'm surrounded. If I move, oh man, that's another point too. If I move 2 spaces, then I'm far enough away from the minions they can't block me in again. So I'm going to have to bypass the search and move my 2 spaces to there. And then if I do a sprint, I can move 2 more spaces. I'm going to leave it as is. I'm going to keep the cards I have. A search, a guard, a sprint, and a focus. And call it there and do my planning phase because I have like 9 time to spend, which is perfect. So for that 9 time, I'm going to spend 2 for... Oh no, I don't want to... I'm not going to spend on calm. I was going to spend on calm, change my mind. I'll spend 4 for retaliate in case I get in a tussle with the Ratchet Lady. So that's 4 gone. So from 9 to 5. And then I'm going to spend 2 for sprint and 2 for guard, which brings me down to 1. I have a search card, so I'll spend 1 for close call and go like that. I debated about getting critical blow or furious strike, but I think I'll hold off on that for one more turn. I'll go put the cards I've used back into the tableau. And that will end planning phase. Now I go to killer phase. Of course, once again, all the minions will move one space closer to me. So this will go here. And I'm playing thematic. Once again, short distance. I mean, you can't argue with my logic. So that minion is dead because it entered the space with, I'll leave it there, with the skull within the common room. So there's only one minion left. So got lucky there. Then the Ratchet Lady strikes out, but there's nothing in her space. So now we do Terror card. And it says, give us your meds. For each victim in your space, do one of the following. Discard a pill or take a damage. I don't have any in my space. I'm good there. I have to increase horror by 1. And then, oh man, she comes active. The Ratchet Lady finally starts moving. She'll move towards me or the nearest victim with 1 boot, which moves her up to 4 spaces, which means she is going to move 1. I can move her here or here. I'll move her here. There's a tie between the victims, but there's more victims in this area, so I think she'll move there. And then she slashes out and kills a victim, increasing horror by 1. I'm 1 below the dark power activation level. And that will end the terror phase. Go to panic. That victim in her space is going to panic. Let's see which way they run. That victim will run towards 4, which puts it down here with the pill. And then we go to upkeep phase. There's nothing to upkeep, so I'm going to call it an end of round 4. We'll get ready to go into round 5. Alright, round 5. Let's see what I got. I got focus, 2 guards, close call, a sprint, another sprint, search, and a retaliate. So I think I'm going to try to focus again. I have 2 dice, maybe increase or decrease my horror by a little bit since it went the opposite direction for me last time. 1 possible success and a failure. Let me re-roll my close call. I'm going to keep this possible success out in case this is another failure or possible success, and I can still spend 2 cards. 1 success. I will take that. I will lose 1 time, and I will decrease my horror by 1. There we go, so you can see what I did. Now, let's see. I have sprint. We'll try to sprint. Hopefully I get 3. Run, grab the victims. So it's 1, 2, and move down for 3. Maybe get them to this room here to release them. Do the sprint. Here we go. 2 successes. That is awesome. Phenomenal. So 1. Well, first of all, let me spend my time. That's 1 time spent. So I move 1, grab the victims. 2, and then 3 were right here. So I just need to move 2 more spaces to get out of there. So let's see here. Let me do another sprint. Hopefully I get 3. If I can get 3, I can move 1, 2, and then back in there for 3 to do that again to get the next group out. So let me do another sprint. Come on. 2 successes. 2 possible successes. I need at least 1, so I will spend my search card and 1 guard, and I will lose 1 time, and I will move 2 spaces. So time goes down 1, and I will move 1, 2, oops, I'm down on 3, not 4, and then I'm going to rescue these 2, which gives me 5 time back. So I'm up to 8 on time. And that leaves me a guard and retaliate left, so I'll stay right there. Go into planning phase. I think I'm going to, let's see here, for planning I have a total of 8. Get my 0 cost cards back. And I do need that short rest to get some health back. I think I'll get a search for 2. Getting close to Ratchet Lady. I'm going to go ahead and spend 4. Bringing me down to 2, and I'm going to get Furious Strike and keep that in my hand. And then I have total 2 left, so I'll grab 1 close call, and of course the other time just burnt. So then we'll go ahead and put these cards back. There's my 2 sprints, 0 costs, a search, a guard, and close call. And that ends planning phase. go into the killer phase, the minion will move one space towards me, or the maniac. So, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can't even go up that way. There's no way. Okay, so this way. Final, the Ratchet Lady swings out, but doesn't have anybody's space to attack, so she's stuck right where she is. Flip over a card, and let's see here. Join me in the dark places. Ratchet Lady only will move 4. It's a 1 boot, means she moves 4 spaces right into me. 1, 2, 3. All right, we're here to have it out. All victims, oh my goodness, all victims in spaces the Ratchet Lady moves through, including her starting, ending spaces, become maniacs. So she moved through 1 space, so this person now becomes a maniac. Does not increase bloodlust any. Unless, of course, the card says, if at least 1 victim becomes a maniac, increase bloodlust. Well, that sucks. Bloodlust is increased. Now her attacks are 2. She does not attack me. She has moved toward me. But we activate her dark power. Let's see what this dark power is. If I can get it picked up, I promise you I'll show you. And it's called Dark Injection. Killer phase. The first time the Ratchet Lady recovers at least 1 health, recover an additional health. So she's pretty much going to get 2 health the next time she recovers a health. That's just a one-time thing at least. So that's not a bad dark power, I guess. Could have been worse. Alright, I'm in the same space as the Ratchet Lady. Means I got to get out of there my next turn. So we did that panic phase. There's no one in a space that's sharing with a maniac or the Ratchet Lady, but it doesn't matter. No one was killed, just converted. She must have ran by and whispered in his ear, and he liked what he heard and became a maniac. So then we go to the upkeep phase. I have nothing to upkeep, so it is what it is. That's the end of round 5, going into round 6. Alright, let's start with round 6. I think I might do a weak attack, just a little hit and run. I'm not sure though. A scalpel in my hand really makes me nervous. Let's go for it. We're in the same space. She's exceeded her health minimum. Might as well go for it. So I'm going to do a weak attack, and hopefully I get at least 1 good hit on her. Possible success and a failure, so let me do what I did last time. I'll put the possible success right here, and I'm going to re-roll the failure with a close call and see if I fare any better. Nope, still a failure. So I got to burn 2 cards. Oh man. I think I'll do don't do retaliate guard. I guess I can do a focus and a search. Yeah, I do a focus and a search for this. That really sucks. So I go down 1 health, but she also goes down 1 health. Next is maybe I should do a Furious Strike, just because. Let's go for it. Furious Strike. I will end my turn right there. I am going to save that Furious Strike for later. If I don't roll 2 stars, my turn will end. Let's do a walk. Let's see how far I get. 2 possible successes. This is getting to be a bunch of BS. Do a short rest, a guard, retaliate. Let me do a short rest and a guard. And I'll turn one of those into a success, and I'll be able to move 1 space. Get out of her zone. Alright, and I think I'm going to end my turn right there. Hopefully she doesn't move into me, because I have a whole lot of cards. Oh, you know what? I forgot to spend time. So let's see. I did a walk, burn 1 time, and I did a weak attack, didn't lose, only burn 1 time total. So I have 5 time remaining. Whew. Okay, let me get a 2 for sprint, 2 for a guard, and 1 for a close call. Let's call it like that. I'll grab that 1 focus back, and let me put these cards back where they belong. Alright, I had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 cards in my hand right now, and that will end that phase. End the planning phase. Go back up to 6, and now it's a killer phase. The maniacs will move 1 space towards me. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. No, I can't do that. I was going to move it through here, take advantage of it, but shortest route be instead of going up and around, it would go across. Stick to your own rules. Stick to your own rules. Oh, that would have been so good though to push them through that common area, just because Alright, and so now she doesn't move, of course, but she does swing that knife around, but I'm out of her zone, so I got lucky there. She felt that little weak attack, and I did get 1 star, so I did not lose any health on the scalp. I forgot to double check that. Now let's check the tarot card. Tarot card is All Hail the New Master. That's not a good title. If there are no victims on the board, discard the card. Move each victim 1 space closer to the killer. Are you kidding me? Okay, 1 step closer to killer. So I'm going to move these 2 here because it can't go down. That's 1 space closer. Move this guy here. Move this one here, and this one comes out of the hallway, into the hallway. And that is 1 step closer to the killer. Actually, I'll move this one down here because that's an exit. And it's the same distance no matter what. Actually, it's less distance. No, it's the same distance. And then the killer does 2 attacks on either the final girl or the victim. But good thing for me is it's not moving. So it works good there. I think what makes this game a little more on edge than the other games is she doesn't move much. She just stands there, kind of just waiting, and all of a sudden when she moves, she is like lightning fast. She moves 4 spaces, 3 minimum is 2, but once that bloodlust goes, she's moving 4 spaces. So it's kind of weird, like she's just standing there watching everything happen, then all of a sudden just activates herself and goes charging in and causes havoc. So I think that's what makes this a little more thematically scary than the other ones out there. Just my opinion. Let me know what you think. Alright, so we finished terror phase, go to panic, there's no one to panic, go into upkeep, and that ends the upkeep phase, and that ends round 6, going into round 7. Alright, let's begin round 7. Let's see, I have 1 focus card, a close call, 1 guard, a sprint, a walk, a retaliate, and a furious strike. Holding on to those. So I think I want to roll focus. I need to get that horror reduced some more. 2 stars. Perfect. Not only did I gain 2 time, but I also reduced the focus even more. Or the horror even more. Awesome. So, great roll. I wasted it on a focus. Could have used it on something else probably. I have a sprint. I'm going to do a sprint. I would like to get 2 more stars out of that one. And I'm going to, let's see here. I'm going to roll my sprint. 1 success, 1 possible success. Oh man. Do I waste? Have a close call. I can roll and turn that possible success into a failure or success. Yeah, I'll do that. So I'm going to definitely move 2 minimum. But I'm hoping I'm going to roll close call, take that success out. Hopefully that's a star and gives me the ability to move 3 spaces. Let's see what happens. Oh, complete failure. That was so either way, 2 spaces. I'm going to move. I want to take this victim with me 1. Then I want to grab another victim 2, and we're into this space here. This is 1 room? Yeah, that's all okay. 1 long hallway. So I moved 2, and I'm right there on the edge. I'm going to roll a walk now. I just need 1 success to get those victims out the door and to flip over Veronica's special ability. 1 success, 1 failure. I'll take that. I'll spend 1 time on the walk. I spent 1 time on the sprint also. Should have did that. So time is correct. Yes, okay. So I push these guys out the door. I gain 3 time back, brings me to 9. Now I flip over Veronica's card, and her special ability is, for the rest of the game, you reset the time to 7 at the end of the planning phase, and 6 if you're doing extreme horror. So she gets 7 time from now on. And I'll take these victims and just throw them right there. Alright, so there's 3 victims on the board, 2 maniacs, and of course the Ratchet Lady. And I have a guard, a furious strike, and a retaliate in my hand. So I'm going to hold tight right there. End my turn. I'm going to spend my 9 time. So out of that 9 time, I'm going to spend 6 on a critical blow. So it brings me to 3. 2 on a sprint, 1 on a close call. May not make sense. Time goes up to 7 now. And then I get, of course, my cards back with my short rest, which I plan on using. And then I will put my 0 cost cards and the rest of them back in their tableau. So to make sure I don't have too many cards. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cards exactly. I'm right at the hand limit. So that ends that turn. Maniac gets to go. I did planning phase, reset time to 7. Maniacs move 1 space closer to me. This one will go, no, it's already, oh my goodness. Do I do it? I am here. I'm in this long hallway. he would cut across to shorten the distance. That's 1, 2. You know I'm doing it. Maniac's dead. Like I said, shortest distance would be from point A to point B, which is there, versus coming down here, going around the corner up. So I took out another Maniac because of this right here. So working to my benefit, I'll keep doing that. So that ends the Maniac's phase. Ratchet Lady, she swings that knife again, but no one's in the space with her. And so now I go into Terror phase for the Terror card. Blood Jolt. The Ratchet Lady recovers 2 health. So put that up here. Give her 2 health. And leave it like... Oh, wait a second. That's not a... wrong kind of card. It goes here. So I lose 2 horror. And she gets 2 health. I misread that card. For some reason I kept thinking that was a minor dark power card. Probably would have been better. So I'm down to back to 5 horror. And she is sitting on, let's see, 8 health right now. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to use a lot of keep using my ability. I need to get a lot more fighting cards in my hand. I guess I got them all. All except for I need to get another guard. I need to start drawing distract again to fix my horror level. We'll see. So... that ends that phase. We go into panic. There's no one to panic with. So we go into planning, and we're done. Not planning, but upkeep, and there's nothing to upkeep. So that ends the round. Going to the next round. All right, let's begin round 8. One thing I forgot to do was that was her first time earning health, so she gets 1 extra health because of her dark injection power, and that ends that ability. All right, I have, let's see here, short rest. I'm going to do a short rest. Hopefully get some health back. 1 success, 1 possible success. I think I'll spend the 1 time, of course, and gain 1 health back. Now I have a walk, a focus. I'm going to do a focus. One success, 1 possible success. I'll be okay with that. I'll lose 1 time and reduce horror by 1. And let's see here. I have a walk, a sprint, retaliate, and all of them extras. Let me do a walk. See where I can go. I'm going to move into space with a minion. 2 successes. So that means I will spend 1 time. I can move 2 spaces. I think I want to go over here, so I'm going to go right here. Move through space with the 1 minion because there's only 1 there. I didn't lose any health. And what do I have left to do? I can do a sprint. Let me go ahead and burn a sprint. See if I have enough success to move into this space with this gentleman here and push him out the door. Possible success and a failure. Let me use my close call card. And let me see if I can do that again, because I can't lose any more health. So I'm definitely going to turn that to a success if this is not a success. Another possible success. So I'll burn my weak attack. Oh man, all these really good cards I spent a lot of time for. I'll burn my weak attack and I guess retaliate. Or guard is cheapest. I'll burn the guard. Weak attack and guard's going to burn. And I will be able to spend 1 time, sprint 2 spaces. 1, 2. I have 3 time left. Let me make sure. I spent 1 time for a sprint, 1 time for a walk, 1 for the focus, and 1 for the short rest. So yep, that's 3. So I'm going to spend 1 more time to collect this pill. It is a yellow, so I have a yellow and a pink. So a yellow and pink combined will give me 5 time. But I really don't want that. What I really want to do is find a purple pill or the wild pill, which is all 3 colors, and try to reduce horror by 3. I'll end up drawing 2 side effect cards, but it is what it is. So that will end my movement phase. Reaction phase, going to planning phase. I have 2 time to spend. I guess I'm going to, let's see, I'm getting a walk back, so I have at least that 1 there. So do I spend 2 for guard? You know what, I'm going to spend 2 for the sprint. Reset my time back to 7. I'll put this right here. Put these cards back where they belong. So the sprint. 6 cards in my hand, holding on to them fighting cards. And now minion or the maniac's turn. That guy comes into the hallway. Ratchet Lady swings her blade one more time, but doesn't hit anything. And let's see what we draw now. Come on, give me something safe and just lucky for me. We are helping. Alright, we'll see what this is. It's a good title. If there are no victims on the board, okay. The 2 closest victims to you become me. Are you kidding me? They're not helping. They're helping her. That's a terrible title. Maybe think it's helping me. So the 2 closest victims become maniacs to me. So both these become maniacs. So just when I was working on pushing one out the door and just... Oh my goodness. Maniac. I think that's where that mug was at. Yeah, he was right there. Oh, maniacs only will move 1 space closer to me. So this moves here, this moves here, and this moves here. And then for every maniac in your space, lose 1 time. I go down to 6. So I'll be starting next round with 6, which I mean was a normal start, but I like the 7. And that ends the terror phase. And then we go into the panic phase. There's no one to panic. Upkeep, nothing upkeep. And that ends round 8, going into round 9. Alright, let's get into round 9. I'm completely surrounded or sharing space with maniacs. If I move down here, and that's the only space I get to go, they will continue to move to surround me. So I have to move some good distance. So I'm going to play a sprint card to try to get out of there. So let's see what we can do. 1 possible success and a failure. I'm going to have to burn my focus and my walk to turn that success. Well, let me double check. Yeah, to turn that success, that possible success into success, I'm going to do 2 spaces. 1, 2. I will end up sharing a space with 2 maniacs next round, but I'm going to go ahead and I think I have my weak attack next. So I can take out 1, then I can leave the space. So I'm going to end my turn right there. It's just 1 move. Getting close to finish off the terror deck, which will kick the finale in. So I burned 1 time. I have 5 time to spend. I'm going to keep, like I said, I'm trying to keep my cards for fighting. So I'm going to get a 2 for a sprint. 2 for, I really don't have time for a search right now. Let me do 2 for a guard. It's another 2. And 1 for a close call. Let me fix my cards. My area's already starting to look like a mess. Alright, and go ahead and place these cards back where they belong. And grab my 0 cost cards. And that should give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on the dot. So that ends my action and planning phase. I reset to 7 because of Veronica's special ability. And now it is minions go for the terror phase. So both of them will enter this space with me. And this can either go here or here. Push that one. Thematically, it would try to block me from running up north. Thematically, they're going to try pushing me into this space with the Ratchet Lady. It's Ratchet Lady's turn. All she's doing is just swinging her blade around and that thing on her arm and not hitting anything yet. So now I flip over Terror card, and hopefully the Ratchet Lady does not move, because she does move. She is going to either get me or the victim. And of course, she moves. It's let me tend to your wounds. Ratchet Lady will move towards the victim and attack the victim. So she has a total 1 boot for 1 attack, but that means she gets to move 4 spaces and attack twice, but it doesn't matter. She attacks there, takes that victim out. The victim is dead. Bloodlust increased by 1, and she gains a health because of that. She is becoming indomitable. And she would move again towards another victim, but there's no more victims. And for each victim killed, the Ratchet Lady recovers a health. So now she's at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 health. I'm going to have to get a bazooka to take her out. Maybe even a freaking tank to take her on. Alright, so that ends the terror phase. Go into the panic phase. There's no one left to panic. There's no victims left on the board unless I use calm. I'm not going to use calm. I'm just going to take them out because it is what it is. It's easier to kill them and not gain bloodlust than to save them and rescue them, because I'm already at Veronica's special ability, so I really don't need any more. So it's going to be a maniac hacking time real soon. And so that ends that round because I don't have any upkeep to do. So we'll go ahead and finish this and go into round 9. Alright, let's get into round 10. I think I said round 9 last round, but it's actually round 10 we're beginning. So I want to flip over the tarot card earlier. Yes, let's go ahead and take my final girl actions. I'm going to do a weak attack first. She's going to try to take out one of those guys in her space. I'm looking for 2 successes so I don't lose any more health. 1 success, 1 possible success. I'm going to do a close call. Oh no. I'm going to spend my close call and my focus on that to make that 2 successes. Like I said, I don't want to lose any more health. So I will lose 0 time or health, and I take out one of these maniacs. That way I can leave the space. I'm going to do a short rest. If I can grab the dice. Knock out a short rest, hoping to get 2 health back. I get 1 health, I will take that, but I lose 1 time. So I'm back up at 3 out of my 4 health. I'm down to 7 or 6 on time. I'm going to do a walk first because if I just roll 1, I can still stop and grab that pill. My intent is to grab that pill, hoping it's a purple pill, so I can decrease my horror by 3. 1 success, 1 possible success. I will take that 1 success for the walk. I will move here, grab this, spending 1 time, of course, down to 5, and awesome. I have my purple pill. So I'm going to go ahead and spend all 3 of these pills. And what happens is I'm going to go ahead and put these in the discard pile right here, face up, so I know that they're there. And I get, I only needed I said all 3. I get to keep the yellow. So let's go back and do this correctly. So I'm going to spend the purple and the pink to increase or decrease horror by 3. So now my horror is down to 1. I have to draw 2 side effect cards. So here we go. Grab both of these. These can be very negative. So we have to resolve each card. Alright, first one, I got lucky. Normal, no effect. That's great. So I will discard it right here above the amped card. And the next one is, couldn't get any luckier. 2 normal, no effect side effect cards. I did shuffle these, I swear, numerous times. That works. So now I'm debating if I'm going to save that yellow pill because I can get health back. Or I can hold on to it, see what happens. So I got lucky, so I'm up to 3 dice. And now I'm going to do a sprint. So she's here. I have a guard, a retaliate, a furious strike, and a critical blow. I can go to war with her right now. And let's see. It's going to be a rough fight because the most I can take from her, I don't have a search. But let me get to a search zone. She can move up to 4 spaces. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 is not good. She's within 4 spaces of every, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, that's 4. Well, that's not even a, so 1, 2, 3, 1. So no matter what, she's moving her space. So I was gonna play my sprint. I think I'm gonna hold out right here. Hold on to that sprint card for another round. So we'll stop right there. I have 5 time remaining. So I'm going to planning phase. I'm going to spend my 5 time. I'm going to spend 2 for a search because I need to get a weapon. And let's see here, the physician's manual's in the right here. In the physician manual, let me double check it. When taking tokens or drawing amp cards, draw an additional 1. Choose which one to keep and discard the other. So that's not too well. So I really need to get to the medical storage to get that hook-handled bone hammer. Right now, none of the weapons seem very great right now. So, alright, I spent 2 for a search. I'm going to spend 2 more for a sprint and 1 more for a close call. And we'll leave it there and call it a day. Put these cards back where they belong. And I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cards in my hand. So 2 below the maximum limit. Now it's terror phase. Of course, both of the maniacs will move 1 space closer to me. Ratchet Lady starts swinging around. No one's in her space. Flip over the card. Oh, here it goes. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next terror card. There's no victims on the board. There's no more terror cards. So that ends that action right there. But during the upkeep phase, I have to flip over the finale card now. So now we go into panic phase, no one to panic. So flip over the finale card and see what the finale card has. It is titled Feed the Madness. Ratchet Lady will always move a boot and an attack towards me. Oh no, that's the minions. So the minions are in attack mode. I'm sorry, I forgot there's 2 levels. So the minions will move 1 space and attack me. So I'm in the wrong location now. I'm screwed unless I get out of there. Ratchet Lady gains a health. She will move and she will attack. At the start of killer phase, if there are no maniacs on the board, spawn a maniac in the Ratchet Lady's space. So there's always going to be a maniac on the board even if I get rid of all of them. So I need to keep 1 on the board. Alright, or if Ratchet Lady's far enough away, kill the one nearest to me. So here we go then. That is what's going to happen in round 10. Or actually, every round after this now, it's no more, or it's always a round, but you know what I mean. So let's go ahead and get into the battle. She gains a health every time, so I have no choice. I have to fight her. So I need to get some next round guards, probably planning, and a long rest. I don't know. We'll see. See you guys next round. Alright, let's start round 11. No more terror cards means a Ratchet Lady. She just picks up the terror. So let's go. So first thing I want to do is I need to get away from these minions. And I can run right into the Ratchet Lady space and begin fighting. But I don't have a walk to get out. But I do have 2 sprints, so let's go for it. Let me go ahead and fight her. I get 3 dice, which is good. I just need 2 success. I have 1 success, which allows me to move 2 spaces, which is all I need. So 1, 2. I lose. Oh, I forgot to reset my time to 7. Lose 1 time. And now go and do a Furious Strike. 1 success, 1 possible success. I am going to roll this close call for the Furious Strike. Guess I should put the Furious Strike here. Only because if I don't cause 2 successes, then I end my turn right now. So I have a possible, which means I can still spin. So I want to roll this one right here, hopefully get a star. Nope, failure, so I need to spend 2 cards. Retaliate, guard, sprint, search. Let me go and I will burn my search, and I guess I'll burn the guard because retaliate will help me avoid an attack also. So let's do that. So I have 2 successes, and so I take 2 damage from her, which is great, and I reduce my horror by another 1. So I've maxed out that. So the good thing is now my horror is maxed out, and my benefit reduced all the way, I should say. Every time I get to decrease horror while I'm sitting there, I actually gain 1 time. But right now we took out 2 health from the Ratchet Lady. She's going to get 1 health back, so I'm going to go for critical blow. I need 2 successes, and I really don't have the cards to spend at this point. I have 2 successes. I did drop a die. I rolled my 2 successes. Well, it would have been 3 there because that one rolled, but all I need is those 2. So I take out 3 more damage from her. Also, I rolled 2 successes, which I'm forgetting. I've rolled 2 successes, which means my scalpel is working in my favor. I could take an additional damage for each of those I rolled, because I rolled 1 for the critical blow and 1 for the Furious Strike. And I reduce horror by 1, so I gain 1 of my time back. So doing good there. I want to go ahead and sprint. I need to get away from her now. Force her to move towards me. She gets, she gets to move 4 spaces, so it doesn't matter how far I'm going. I'm going to roll 3 dice. Hopefully I get to move 3 spaces. Oh, complete failure. Oh, that sucks, because I lose a health. I lose 2 times, my turn ends. Or I can lose a health. My turn ends no matter what. So I guess I lose a health. Oh, that bites. I lose 2 time and turn ends. I have a total of 5 time remaining. So let me see here. Out of that 5 time, I don't have much to do by way of defense except for guard for 2. So I have a retaliate and a guard. Not worry about the minions. They can't move into my space right now. They're too far away. I have 3 remaining. What can I get for 3 that's going to benefit me? Maybe I can get a distraction. I don't know. That's just reduced with horror. My horror is sitting pretty good right now. Let me go and grab a search and a close call. That's the best I can do. Put these back once I get my 0 cost cards back, which is 2 walks, a weak attack, a short rest, focuses. And I'll put these back where they belong. And I have 10 cards exactly in my hand. So I'm stuck with the Ratchet Lady. She's going to definitely cause me 2 damage. So let's go ahead and get into that. Planning phase is over. Reset time to 7. Ratchet Lady is going to attack me. Well, first the minions all move 1 space to attack me. Ratchet Lady is going to attack me. I'm going to use my guard. So, well, maybe use retaliate because I can cause more damage. So first of all, at the beginning of her turn, she gains 1 health. She will move towards me and attack. She's already in the same space, so she's attacking. I'm doing retaliate. I got my 3 dice. And for retaliate, if I can get 2 successes, I'll cause her 2 damage. Oh, wow. I rolled 3 possible successes. So if I get 1 success, I reduce her attack by 2, which is all I need. She only has a 2. So I'm going to burn 2 cards to turn one of those into a success. I'll go ahead and burn the short rest. You know what? I'm going to burn both focus. I don't need the focus. So I'm going to burn both short rests. And I will cause her 1 point of damage. I don't take any damage because I reduced my damage from her by 2. So now she's lost that 1 health she earned. And that will end her turn. I might have a chance. I'm feeling lucky. She's down 4 health minimum, but it's going to take me another round to get all those big cards back. So there's no panic phase. Go into planning. Upkeep phase. We're good there. So I will go ahead and these cards get back into the tab below. And that will end round 11. Alright, round 12. I'm going to cause a little bit of damage. I have a weak attack and I have my close call. Then I can walk. I have a guard, and I have a search, and I have a short rest. So I can burn the search and short rest for a success. So let's see what we get. Come on, 2 successes just for damage, so I don't take any health hits. 1 success and 2 complete failures. That's not good at all. So I will try to roll a close call for that weak attack. So I do have this 1 success. I'm guaranteed 1 damage to him, but I'm going to roll this close call, rolling 1 die. You know, I'm going to spend 2 time and roll both die. And 2 successes. Good thing I spent that 2 times to guarantee that 1 would have been what I rolled. So I take another damage from the Ratchet Lady. So therefore we're good to go there. Now I'm going to do a walk and try to get some distance between her. Actually, I'm just trying to open up a little bit of distance between me and the minions. Keep them 1 space behind me at least. Whenever they finish their move, there's still a space behind. So I have 2 possible successes and a success. So I'll go ahead and burn the search and the short rest. Turn that possible success into a success and move 1 space, lose 1 time. And I have another walk. I will save it along with the guard for next round. So that ends that right there. I have a total of 4 time to spend. I'm going to spend all 4 of that for a Furious Strike. And then I get my 2 focus cards back, and that's it for the planning phase. Bring it back up to 7, and just go ahead and put these cards back where they belong. That ends the planning phase, and the action phase going to the killer phase. Minions will all move 1 space. So he'll move here, but he'll move cut across here because of the whole shortest distance, so that minion's dead. And if I'm playing thematically, I will go here, which means it'll cut through here to come and get me, because that is 1, 2, 1, 2, shortest physical route. So that's both minions dead, but that means there will be a minion that spawns in the Ratchet Lady's space next turn at the start of the killer phase. So there won't be one until the beginning of the next round. So I definitely got to keep that distance again. I probably have to open up by 2 because of spawn, and then I think it moves. So then the Ratchet Lady gets to do her move. She moves, she strikes. She can cause 2 damage, but I'm going to use my guard to see if I can block it all, or all they need is 1 success. And I block 2 strikes, which is her damages too. So I just need 1 success to do that. And I got 1 success right here. So I did block that attack. And so therefore the guard is gone. So I'll put the guard back in its space. And I still have 4 cards remaining, 2 focus, a walk, and a Furious Strike. So not much to be able to do next round. But she did get to gain a health. I keep forgetting about her health. And that's it. Minion. There's her health right there. So she has total 4 health minimum remaining. But that minion where it belongs. Go into panic phase, nothing to panic. Go into upkeep phase, nothing to upkeep. So therefore we go ahead and go into the next round. Okay, let's see what I can do. I'm going to use my Furious Strike. Hopefully I get 2 stars so I can use my Scalpel, which will take 3 away from her. So let me see what we got here. 1 success, a possible success, and a failure. So I'm going to burn my focus cards. I have 2 of those. Turn that possible into a success. So I take 2 more damage from her. Also the Scalpel takes a damage. And because I can't decrease my horror anymore, I'm up to 8 time. And now I'm going to burn my last card and try to do a walk to open some distance from her again. I need 2 spaces, 1 success, better than nothing. I lose 1 time and I get to move 1 space, and she'll gain a health at the beginning of that turn, so that's not good. Because I was debating about going here, losing a health, but then she comes in and gains, but she'll gain a health, which gives 2 still, so it's not worth the gamble. So I think I'm going to, first of all, before I end my action phase, I'm going to spin this yellow pill. Didn't think about it. And I'm getting a health for that. And because I only spent 1 yellow pill, I do not take any side effect cards. And I'm going to move 1 space, so let me see here. I guess I'll move to the utility closet. Worst case scenario, I can do another search. So let's see here. I have 7 time. Oh my goodness. Let's see what I get for my 0 costs. A walk, a weak attack, and a short rest. And I'm going to spend 6 for a critical blow, which brings me down to 1. And I think I'm going to spin that. Oh man. I want that critical blow real bad, but I need a guard. So I'm going to put the 6 back up to 7. Critical blow, I'm going to have to get you next turn. I think I'll get a guard for 2. A retaliate for 4. And I guess I'll get the close call for 1. And I'll put these cards back where they belong. And I'll just have to hopefully get a critical blow next turn. That ends my phase, also the planning phase, back up to 7. Now it is the Ratchet Lady turn. She spawns a minion in there. Minion gets to go first. He's going to move and he gets to attack. So I'm going to play a guard and hopefully I get to get 1 star. That's all I need, 1 star. 2 possible successes. You have a close call, retaliate, weak attack, short rest. I want to burn my short rest. I'm just going to turn that into a success and protect against his attack. Now Ratchet Lady gets to go, and she is going to attack, but I'm going to lay my retaliate down, so she can cause up to 2 damage. I can protect up to all damage if I roll enough of them. I just realized, did I bring her down to 0? She did not get her health token back. Okay, there we go. So she did earn her health at the beginning of that phase. So she has minimum 2 health left. And I can cause 2 damage on a proper retaliate. So I might be able to kill her this round or at least see what that final health token count is. So I can cause 1 damage and everything else is 0. So I reduce the effect against me by 2, which means I take 0 damage. I reduce her health by 1. We don't get to see that till next round, but all I have is a weak attack and a walk. So this is going to be very close for me. So because I did a retaliate and guard, they go back into the tab below. Get my short rest and my close call. I'll go back. So this is what I have left to start the next round. The panic phase is going to happen, and upkeep phase is done. So, and I did not roll 2 stars, otherwise I could have used my scalpel. Otherwise I would have burned both these last 2 cards for a chance to see if I killed her or not. Alright, let's get into the next round. I think it's round 13. Alright, let's see if I can get out of this situation. If I do a weak attack, I can see what she has there. So I'm going to do a weak attack and try to run after that. So I have a weak attack and a walk. Either way, if I fail, I'm just pretty much done. So let's see what we got here. I have 2 successes, which is great. So I hit her and I don't take any damage. So let's see what her... Oh, she has 3 hearts. That's going to hurt. So she has 3 hearts, so I put her final token down here plus 2 more hearts. Oh, that's not fun. I was hoping it'd at least be 1 or less. So now I'm going to run. Hopefully I get at least 2 stars again. And I got 1 star, can't get the possible, so I get to move 1 space. So I think I'm going to just, oh my goodness, I'll move south, move towards that pill. That is 1, 2 rooms. Yeah, it's 2 rooms. So move towards the pill and put these cards aside. And I did lose 1 time on that walk. So now I have 6 time to spend. And of course I'm going to purchase, let's see here, I retaliate for 4. And I have to fight that minion, so I'm going to get a guard for 2. And that ends the cards I can purchase. And I get to pick up a short rest, 2 focus, and a walk. So I have 6 cards total in my hand. And that will end my planning phase and my action phase. She gets another heart. So she's up to 4 now. And the minion moves and attacks. So I'm going to use my guard to protect against the attack. I still have 3 dice. And I have 2 successes. So therefore I blocked all of his. So the guard will go back right here. She moves and attacks. She does a double. She does 2 damage, but I'm going to use my guard to retaliate and hopefully get 2 successes again and take 2 damage from her. 1 success and a possible success. So I do block 2 damage, so I'm good there. I'm going to take 1 damage from her, and we'll leave it at that. I'm not going to spend any more cards on trying to protect. I have a short rest, 2 focus, and a walk. I need those to burn next, or to actually use to try to get away from the minion, so I don't have to spend as much. And I may just go ahead and chance walking in there just to cause her damage and the minion damage. We'll see. That ends her round. The killer phase is done. We don't flip anything else over, so it is what it is, and we don't need to do any upkeep. So therefore, I am done. Alright, let's begin this next round. Maybe 2 rounds left. What I'm going to do is I have a walk. I'm going to hope for 2 successes or excess, and where I can spend 2 cards to get 2 spaces away. I was going to cut through here and force him to cut through, but that would cause me damage. She would get damage, she gets it back, but the minion would die and respawn. I need the minion to be as far away as possible. So I'm going to walk down here just to open up 2 spaces. So I'm going to burn a walk, or play a walk, not burn a walk, and hope for 2 successes or at least 1 success. And 1 possible success, but I would prefer to keep as many cards as possible. Awesome, 2 successes. So I'm going to spend time from 7 to 6 because it cost me 1, but I get to move 2 spaces. Now I'm here. I'm not going to do anything else. I need these cards because what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend, for my planning phase, I'm going to spend 6 for critical blow. I'm going to take the hit from the Ratchet Lady, and then next round I'm going to attack her. Hopefully roll 2 successes, cause 3 damage, or at least enough where I can spend to get 2 successes to cause 3 damage. And we'll see what happens. But planning phase, I spent all 6 on critical blow. Go back up, put the walk in the discard pile, grab this walk and weak attack, and I have enough cards to spend that I can turn 2 possible successes into successes. So let's see how this plan works out or if it backfires. So that ends. Minions move 1 space towards me. Ratchet Lady moves all of her spaces, which is 4, and she does a 2 attack, so I take 2 hits. I'm down to 2 health. She gained health, so she's up to 4. So hopefully 2 successes with the scalpel next turn will give me enough to destroy her, but we'll see. So that ends her movement phase, the minion's movement phase, and that's it. Nothing to upkeep. No one's going to panic, so let's go ahead and get into the next round. Alright, possibly the final round. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to go and do critical blow. Roll these 3 dice. And I have a success and a possible success. I'm going to spend 2 cards to turn that into 2 successes. With the scalpel, I just destroyed, not really destroyed, I defeated Ratchet Lady. Really didn't destroy her because she was coming hard. And it came down to do or die this round more than likely. So I got lucky there. I defeated the Ratchet Lady and won another Final Girl. So on my Final Girls that I've published, I'm 2 wins, 2 losses. So this is great, but other than that, let's go ahead and get into the final thoughts. Final Girl, the Ratchet Lady at Wolfe Asylum. I got lucky. Cards fell in my favor for the most part. Ratchet Lady didn't do a bunch of running around, so I was able to defend and protect myself and build up enough cards to retaliate and, of course, fight back. So, a great game for me. I got lucky. Like I said, first minute I got lucky, but everything fell right and I enjoyed it. It was a fun game. Like I said, this is probably one of the scariest of all the thematic games within the Final Girl series if you're looking out for like something scary, because she just sits there for a long time, not moving, just commanding her maniacs to do whatever she wants them to do. And then when she does move, she is like launching across that asylum, just moving like massive amounts of spaces. So it's like that horror movie where the beast doesn't do anything but just stands there or kind of sits in one area, and next thing you know it's just charging at you from room to room, almost like crashing through the walls. And so it creates that thematic scare for you that makes you a little nervous on edge, because every time you flip over that tarot card you're waiting for her to just start rushing you. So it was great. I got lucky, used the skull within the common room to my advantage, so I'll take that as a luck also. So almost all the cards fell right. The dice fell right. I got really lucky. I love the game. It was a fun game. It's a really great game. One of the better games in my mind when it comes to the Final Girl series. I just like this game a lot. You know, it's almost on the level of the Thing for me, just for thematically. I really enjoyed it. But enough of that. Like I said, AJ Porfirio and his partners, they keep coming up with good ideas and good games. Keep bringing them on. I can't wait for season 3. I look really forward to it. But other than that, tomorrow on the 13 Games to Halloween is the final game. It is day 13, which would be Halloween Day. And I look forward to playing this year. Had a lot of them on to choose from, but you know, go with H.P. Lovecraft's famous Arkham Horror. You know, can't ask for any more horror than by one of the masters of horror himself, H.P. Lovecraft. They give Edgar Allan Poe the title of the father of American horror, but I tell you, H.P. Lovecraft brought it to the next level. And you can tell someone has so much influence that when we're like 80, 90, almost 100 years later, we're playing games based upon his books. So I'm looking forward to playing this American Cosmic Horror series, Arkham Horror, 3rd edition, the board game. Not the card game, the board game. I do have the card game. We will eventually get to that, I promise you. But the board game is one of my favorite ones. It was the first few games in the series that I really started getting into playing, and I played it a lot, to the point where I had to like put coin protectors on my tokens because they were starting to rub, the ink starting to rub off. So I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow on day 13 of the 13 Games to Halloween. Halloween Day, when we play Arkham Horror 3rd edition, the board game. But thank you for joining me at Gaming Solo. It's truly appreciated. If I've made any mistakes during the playthrough, or if you have any ideas how I can make this channel better, let me know in the comments below. If you're not comfortable putting your comments in the public domain, then please email me at gamingsolo101@gmail.com. And then once I see that email, I'll reply back to you so you know I got it. And then once I'm done using that email as a reference point for something, I'll delete it out of my system so it doesn't get in the public domain. Give the opportunity to go to the Facebook page, Solo Board Gamers, and check them out. If you become a member, let them know I sent you. Let them know Gaming Solo sent you. Get that name out there, because I would like them to know that you guys are being sent by somebody that's plugging them. But other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow on the 13 Games Halloween. We'll play the final game of the 13 games on Halloween Day, Arkham Horror, the board game 3rd edition. You guys have a great day and happy Halloween.